There we go. We're here.
That's it.
We're live. Good morning, good afternoon. I did it again.
Again, every single day.
There's three
It's
guarantees in
afternoon.
life: me, death, taxes, and me saying good morning when it's afternoon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Woo.
All right.
So, how you doing today?
Pretty good. It's whiteout day. I
Yeah.
forgot my white jersey back at home, so unfortunately I will not have my white jersey on today, even though Ryan had his white shirt and
This is actually kind of a cream color. So,
well, it's closer than I am. I got blue, so at least we're not playing like the Lions again, where I could fall onto the other side. So I
yeah.
planned it out nicely like that, and yeah, I had a Brett Favre jersey at home, all white. Totally forgot about it. I don't have one of the white cheese heads like I'll see a lot of people wearing them.
Yeah,
So
I've seen a lot of. What's your thoughts on that one, by the way?
it's I don't mind it, but like I don't think I'd spray paint my cheese head for one game. I mean, I don't know.
If I'm buying a cheese head, I want to keep it.
Yeah, I had the cowboy hat one as well as the regular one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll get a couple more. We'll move around there and see how that plays out. But for now, I just have my two regular cheese hats, and that works for me.
Yeah. So while my system's taking a bit of a slower time to load this afternoon, almost did it again. What do we have in store for the viewers today on our Thursday edition of Storm Team 5 Plus?
Yeah, so today we're just going to jump right into a bit of a regional weather update. It's kind of a slow day. We're not seeing a whole ton. It's going to be nice for the game tonight. And then we'll go into some of our high school football for what we're expecting. That's our segment we're calling the WIAA Weather Watch. And then we'll go into our high pressure picks where we're talking a little bit on our football picks for the week. And I'm going to bring it up. I did, a little bit better than Ryan last week. But I
Yes,
think
you did.
two games, one or two games.
Yeah, he's
it
up
was
by
close.
2 on our standings, but I'm hoping for a bounce back week. It's really tough because I put my picks in first, and then I think Nathan just kind of tallies, kind of follows my lead.
Oh, no.
So I have a chance to climb back and tie him this week, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe next week I'll put mine in first. I'll have to beat you to it. So
and then I'll be the one who copies you.
right, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, but no.
Well,
There's a few, just to give them a little sneak peek. There's gonna be a few that I think I might not have some people agreeing with me. Something like siding with the Giants. There's a little tease at that. So we'll see how that all goes.
Yeah,
but
we'll see. But here is our. Well, what is going on? Why is this not?
that is on Max 1.
Wait, hold on.
No, because that's showing me and Dan for Saturday night.
There we go.
That's
magic. Oh, it's magic.
Oh, do your unicorn sound.
Oh,
I said
yeah. Duh. Which one is that one?
it's magic.
Is it this one? No. Oh, it's muted.
Oh, they got it muted. Oh, well. I very faintly heard it. There we go.
There we
That
go.
was nice.
All right, let's get into it. So here's your little regional weather update. Here's a live look into Titletown where it's gloomy, it's gray, 64, northeast wind at 7. Just not the greatest start to our game day to say the least, but don't worry, we will be getting a lot better.
6 hours and 27
Yeah, we got
minutes?
to get that like countdown thing on there.
know.
By the way, we got to give a shout out to our production team for getting that done. Now it's
Yeah, that's going to
pretty
be
good
great.
work.
So,
yeah, we like that, but we can't do it right here because that's more of a production thing. We're just
Right.
using our computer here. But beautiful weather expected for later this afternoon, and we'll get into that in short order. But right now across northeast Wisconsin, it's 58 in Antigo, 60 in Iron Mountain, but then you can see a few spots low to mid 60s, actually 68 in Fond du Lac, where you can see on our radar in just a second in our satellite picture, the sun is peeking out ever so slightly, and this cloud deck is starting to give way. So dew points right now in the comfy range, upper 50s to around 60. So we're not expecting any humidity out there. So yes, here's a look at that radar and satellite. Let me grab my pointer feature. You can see the cloud deck is just slowly evaporating off to the north. So Fond du Lac County, you're seeing partly to maybe even mostly sunny skies, even into Sheboygan County as well, out towards Green Lake and Marquette County. But this cloud deck is slowly, and I mean slowly, giving way to sunshine. So it's going to be a slow process. We don't have a really strong wind out there today to move these clouds around. Right. It's just kind of stagnant and trying to stick around as long as possible. So that's kind of what we expected in our forecast. And you can see that half the state is cloudy, half the state is sunny. So we're the unlucky ones right now, but don't worry. Better conditions are expected later.
Right.
And so hour by hour forecast does show that that cloud deck slowly gives way to sunshine. So I think we'll be mostly sunny, or mostly clear rather, around kickoff, because kickoff is at 7:15. Our sunset's at 7:10. So technically it's in the nighttime hours tonight. And we're seeing that sunset keep backing up and backing up.
Sorry, it's really, what was it, 7:07, I believe, today?
7:10.
7:10, yeah.
Yep. So it's 5 minutes before game time, which that'll be a really cool setting for when those F-35 Lightning IIs fly over for the flyover tonight. I'm looking forward to that. I don't think I'll be at the game tonight, but I'm looking forward to seeing that flyover. Flyovers for me are the best.
Yeah. I'm not a huge plane guy. I mean, I don't mind watching them, but I have no clue what type of plane is flying over. That was whatever you just said. I have no clue what that was.
I kind of figured that was the case, but I looked like you were looking at me with 10 heads. So
yeah, big plane, fast plane.
Very fast plane.
Very fast.
This is the fast one. So yeah, so you can see here on Futurecast, notice this cloud deck slowly gives way to sunshine. So here's 5 o'clock. People heading out to the tailgate. Think skies will be partly to maybe even mostly sunny. Kickoff 7:15. Should see mostly clear skies, and then we'll see mainly clear skies take us into the overnight hours. Forecast highs today just depends on how much sunshine you see. Some spots get into the mid 70s where the sunshine appears first, but other spots up in the Northwoods, a little bit cooler in the mid 60s, even some upper 60s as well. About 72 here in Green Bay. So breaking down that game day forecast one more time before we head into other football games. 71 at the tailgate, mostly sunny. Kickoff about 64 with mostly clear skies. And then if you're bringing your whiteout jersey, some shorts. If there's one article of clothing I would take with you, it's the sweatshirt, just because by the time we get to the third quarter, fourth quarter, temperatures will drop into the upper 50s. So you'll want to have that sweatshirt handy as you walk to the car or head home. But we're not expecting an overly windy day, so that won't make it feel pretty brisk out there. Just temperature-wise, a little cooler out there. And then
comfortable.
Yeah, pretty comfortable football weather, I would say, for spectators, coaches, and players alike. Now tonight, we will have clear skies, temperatures in the upper 40s and low to mid 50s, and you see that at the top of your screen. Dense fog late, or patchy dense fog late, I should say. The reason why we didn't have a lot of fog last night is because we had a little bit of cloud coverage to linger about, and that really prevents what we call radiational cooling to take place. But tonight, with clear skies across the area, it's likely that we'll have more in the way of fog develop overnight tonight. So notice there's 7 o'clock. A good amount of us dealing with some fog. It could be locally dense, so heads up to the early morning risers if you aren't going to the game or have to be up early tomorrow morning. But the fog should burn off pretty quickly by about, say, that 10 o'clock time frame. So likely we'll get some dense fog advisories overnight tonight. So just heads up early tomorrow morning. Besides the fog in the morning, mostly sunny and warmer. Highs in the upper 70s and low 80s tomorrow. You can see some cool spots, especially lake and bayside. We'll have a southeast wind component, so that'll bring in some slightly cooler air right off the lake and the bay as well. So pretty typical wind flow impact on our temperatures. But then
one last day maybe for you to get a little bit of tan on you.
I think so.
It's gonna be a little warm. Maybe spend it by the pool.
I just need to not burn myself, because I've certainly got a pretty red nose the last few times I've been out in the sun when I was at Road America, when I was at the Snap-on 500 or 250 down in Milwaukee. So I gotta make sure I do not burn myself this time.
Yeah, I burn so easy. I turn to a lobster in minutes. You'll get a real big peek of that when I go on my vacation in January, and I come back from the Caribbean. It's gonna be red. I'm just forewarning you.
He's gonna be Lobster Nathan.
Yeah, lobster.
I'm looking forward to that. All right, I'll be able to make fun of you even more. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday we'll have an early thunder shower, then turning muggy and warm. High temperatures once again. Coolest lake and bayside, low to mid 80s for a few of us. And let's time out that rainstorm chance. So looks like rain and storms start to move in really anytime after midnight. So those Friday night lights games should be rain free. And then Saturday morning, a few spotty or isolated thunder showers. But I think this is how far this model goes out, so I can't really give you the most up-to-date timing. But I do think that rain comes to an end about 9, 10 o'clock, and then we're dry the rest of our Saturday and all weekend long as well. So you can see that reflected in our rain chances. Dry today, dry tomorrow. It's Friday night going into Saturday morning. Saturday night, we're dry. Guess what? Sunday, we're dry as well. Monday, Tuesday, and our next rain chance has then been pushed over to really Wednesday, late in the day, going into Thursday now. It's been tricky to figure out when, but overall, rain chances are holding off until the end of next week. But what's driving our temperature pattern? Well, it's what's happening in our upper winds. You can see a big ridging pattern taking hold with that warmer air lifting all the way into north central Canada. And it really will just dominate our weather pattern for the next week or two. But it's likely that this ridge pattern starts to break down around the 18th or 19th of the month. And that will start to draw in that cooler Canadian air. Or I wouldn't say cooler Canadian air, but head us back to seasonal temperatures for end of September standards.
Now, do you remember last week when we saw all those blues and greens pushing right down into our area?
Yep.
What a fast change.
Yeah, we went 180.
Yeah,
we were
completely
in fall for a week, and now we're getting our taste of summer again. And you can see that reflected on our temperature trend. 72 today, but 79, 80 Saturday, Sunday. I have us at 83 for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Do not be shocked if that goes up. Because models that far out tend to trend towards what's called climatology, or it just trends towards the typical temperature for that time. So it kind of gives it a little bit of a cool bias, is what we call it. So there are some indications that we could even hit the mid 80s at that point, like 85, 86. Definitely. So once these higher resolution models that don't trend towards climo, get closer to that point.
Right.
But I think there's a chance we do hit that. And then you can see that rain chance that moves in Wednesday into Thursday. That starts to cool us down. 74 by Friday, 71 on Saturday. We'll see what is in store for next Sunday as well. Now, how rare is it that 80s occur in September? Well, it's actually not that rare. It happens. On average, we hit 5 days with temperatures in the 80s. The most actually was just last year. We hit 15. It was a very warm September, especially early in the month. So far this year, 0. But if we go back to that last graphic, we could tally up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. So around our average, which is, nothing too exponentially high there. But overall, it will feel like summer again. And even with our dew points as well, they'll range in the upper 50s and even some low 60s. I think this is a little underdone, but likely that dew points will range somewhere in that upper 50s to low to mid 60s range. Dew points this time of year, models kind of struggle with picking up on that. So likely we'll have some mugginess in the air, but nothing too tropical or sweltering. That's the good news there. 7-day forecast, mostly sunny on Friday, 79. Morning thunder shower on Saturday, 80. Mostly sunny and muggy on Sunday, 80. Warm and humid Monday and Tuesday. We'll have some late day thunder showers on Wednesday, but our better rain chance moves in on Thursday. So that's the first football game we had to talk about was the Packers. Talk about the Badgers and Crimson Tide. Big game. The Crimson Tide certainly haven't been the same since Saban took off, but tailgating 83, mostly sunny, warm and muggy down there in Tuscaloosa. And then by the end of the game, 92, warm and muggy. We mentioned it yesterday. I'm perfectly happy sitting here and watching the game rather than down there.
100%. 92, warm and muggy, sunny. I mean, that's a lot.
If there was like a button on here that I could do like the disgusting.
Right, we need a little gag sound effects. Like,
there's nothing on here. No, there's nothing. All right, we gotta bug our digital guys to get that in there. But yeah, I agree, wholeheartedly. But I think this is a good time to take a break.
Yeah, I think so.
And then
football time.
It is go time. It's time to hit the gridiron at all levels besides college. We just talked about it. So, All right, we'll take a quick break and then we will talk about some sports ball, as my friends say.
Let's do it.
All right, be right back. All right, we are back on Storm Team 5 Plus with the one, the only, the pride of upstate New York, Nathan Himsel. Do you remember mine?
No, I totally forgot it.
This guy. I mean, what do we pay you for?
I don't really know. I'm still figuring that out. Let me know when you figure it out.
It is the reigning, defending, undisputed WFRV Newsy League champion of the world.
1 week, Ryan Kudish.
Thank you.
For 1 day only.
No, it's been for a whole year.
Oh, yeah, because you were the champion last year for the league, weren't you?
I was, and I'm going to defend the cake once again.
We'll see.
I'm going to walk around with that badge of honor.
There's a lot of season left.
Yeah, whatever. All right, let's go into our WIAA weather watch. Once again, we have Thursday and Friday night lights. Here's today's games that in our viewing area of Northeast Wisconsin. Number 16, Notre Dame Academy takes on Green Bay East here in Green Bay. 64, partly cloudy. Big one, I would say, for number 3, West Appear taking on Green Bay Preble. 64 there as well. Sheboygan North, Manitowoc, Lincoln, Ashwaubenon versus De Pere. A lot of games in and around the Green Bay area today or tonight. Oshkosh North takes on Menasha, about 68 for a temperature then. Green Bay Southwest takes on Pulaski, 65 degrees for a kickoff temp. Green Bay West at Sheboygan South, 64. And then another big one for number 6, Bayport taking on Appleton West, temperature of 67 degrees. Looking at that forecast in detail, about 64, 65 for kickoff, mostly sunny, 61 at halftime with clear skies, and I would certainly bring the sweatshirt or jacket, just for the end of that game, just because once that sun goes down, you lose that heating, so it gets a little chilly out there if you're wearing short sleeve shirts and shorts for sure. So just bring the jacket or sweatshirt for the later part of the game. Let's take a look at Friday. We have a big one that jumps out of your screen. We'll get to it in a second, but Little Chute versus Freedom, 71. Oshkosh West versus Appleton North, 73 for a temperature. This is the big one. Number 21 Kakana versus number 9 Nina. This is the one that, when we do our high school sports extra, this is high school sports extra's game of the week for sure. No questions asked.
Right.
Wapaka, Fox Valley Lutheran, Appleton East versus Hortonville, Fond du Lac versus number 10 Kimberly. That'll be a good one. 72. A little bit cooler for Two Rivers at Denmark with a temperature of 66 at kickoff. And then a big one up there in, that's Luxembourg Casco up there in Kewaunee County, but then also taking on Wrightstown with a temperature of 70 degrees at kickoff. And then looking at Friday's forecast, about 72 at kickoff, 65 at halftime. And maybe you don't need the sweatshirt for this one with the end of game temperature around 63, but it might be just kind of handy just in case.
Yeah, definitely bring it. Just tie it around your waist, around your shoulders, whatever you got to do. I mean, hey, use it as a fashion piece because you might need it.
And we talked about it in our regional weather update. Rain should hold off until midnight,
right?
Plus after that point. So rain will not be an issue. This time, I know last week we had the rain get really close to us. I think it was on Thursday. So both nights, the rain will not be an issue, which is some great news. All right, it's go time.
High pressure picks.
Our second week of this. High pressure picks. If you didn't join us on Tuesday, recap.
Give me the applause.
What? What are you talking about?
Just more of like a stadium, like not like an applause.
Oh yeah, we need we need like a stadium audio. Yeah. So here's your assignment. Go to the game tonight. Record some audio, and we'll put it in here.
Will you buy my ticket for me?
No.
Do we have it in our budget for our CTV show?
No. I don't have $130.
I just went on Sunday. I can't go again.
Skill issue.
Yeah, completely a skill issue.
But yeah, as you saw from, if you joined us on Tuesday, Nathan, he got the better of me this week. Got me by 2 picks.
Even though I copied him.
He did.
Even though I copied him.
Yeah, he did. So let's jump into tonight's game. Packers versus Commanders. Looking at great football weather. I took the Packers, and let's give Nathan another round of applause. He finally took his team to win.
I did, so that was on my loss. I did take the Lions. Even as a Packers fan, I did, think the Lions were gonna have that one, but I was very happy to, be wrong.
You said it. Someone actually commented on my Facebook, about it. And you were saying you would be totally fine being wrong, and you were.
All day.
So loser.
Yep, I'm good with that. And now we're what is it? 1:20. So 6 hours, 10 minutes away from the next game. We're ready for it again.
They're gonna lose this one, and we're both gonna look like idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. So you can see here, skies. Look, talked about skies will clear out, and it will be a beautiful night for some football. All right, let's get into it. Week 2, first game: Giants, Cowboys. 94 down there in Gerald Land. I'm taking the Cowboys. But you went the Giants, and
I'm gonna go the Giants.
I've seen a few people put this as their upset of the week because I think the Giants were like 91% taken,
Right.
and the Giants were at 9%.
Yeah, I'm from the part of New York where we all root for the Giants. I mean, if
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for the Packers, I am rooting for the Giants. And we've seen it before where the Giants pull out of nowhere, and
Yep.
they do win games they shouldn't. I think it was a couple years ago now. They
Yep.
pulled that up on the Packers,
Yep.
and I believe they've pulled it close with the Bills last year, or that might be the year
Mhm.
before too. So, I think the Giants could definitely have this one in their game.
I thought about it because I think both teams' pass rushes will be pretty good.
Yeah,
I just trust the Dak Prescott led offense to pick apart this Giants defense more than vice versa with Russell Wilson trying to pick off.
yeah,
The only thing is I think Deron Bland from Dallas is out this week. I'm not sure about that, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty confident. But I could see that one being a pretty close game. Seahawks versus Steelers. Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good last week, and I think he'll replicate that. Just a little bit of a tougher defense this time, so I don't think he'll throw for 4 tutties, but I think overall he will squeak one out against the Seahawks. Rams versus Titans. This is a interesting one. If you're interested in Cam Ward, I think this one's pretty easy to take the Rams here.
yeah. I didn't think too much on this. I mean, it's
yeah.
just kind of a Rams game, if you ask me.
I just don't see the Titans picking up a win here. Bills versus Jets. Weren't you tempted to go the Jets here? Or no?
No, I was not. No, I went to college near Buffalo.
Yeah.
Never doubt Josh Allen. He's gonna pull it through every time. And playing up against the Jets, I don't see the Jets taking this at all.
Yeah. I was tempted to go Jets here because I really liked what I saw from them last week, but and then I saw
Bills are just a powerhouse.
I saw that. Yeah, I was like, I can't go against the Bills right now. It's kind of like a few years ago with Patrick Mahomes. You couldn't bet against them. So I'm gonna take the Bills here, but I really like that game in the 1 o'clock hour or the noon hour for us. You made a mistake. It's week 2 at the top of your screen.
Oh, I think
This
Yeah, I
guy.
forgot to change
What
that.
do we pay this guy for? Seriously, jeez.
I don't know.
I don't know. Could help
You
us
know
hard
what,
to
guys?
find.
It's Ryan for the rest of the show. I'll
Yep.
see you later. Goodbye.
Kidding. I would never do something
I
like
thought
that.
we were gonna go to break. I was like, let's go to break.
No, not yet. All right, so we got Patriots versus the Dolphins. The Patriots concerned me last week. They were very inconsistent, but the Dolphins, disgusting.
Horrible.
That was brutal.
Absolutely.
So-
I liked their coach. Is it
Mike McDaniel.
McDaniels? Yeah. So Mike McDaniel, he showed up. He says, "Well, we at least know everything is wrong." And you
Yep.
know what? I give him credit because he identified the problem and he said it was everything.
Yeah.
He knows that everything needs to be fixed. So
Everything was a complete dumpster
he's a funny
fire.
guy.
He is
a funny
but
guy.
he might be one of the first coaches fired this year.
Yeah, I
But-
could see that happening.
But looks like chance of some thunderstorms. Once again, Patriots dealt with some rain showers in Foxborough last week. So more rain in the forecast. Probably one of those pop-up variety storms in the afternoon. It's Florida weather. But I'm taking the Patriots here just because that secondary is not good for Miami. So I'll take the Patriots to pick apart that defense. Jaguars and Bengals. I love this matchup.
It's gonna be a good game.
I will be watching this game heavily. I'm going to take the Bengals here easily. I think they recover after a week 1 questionable win over the Browns, but I'll take the Bengals here. Niners versus Saints. They're going to be without George Kittle. They're going to be without Brock Purdy. And if I know anything about Mac Jones,
Yeah.
no. I think the Saints can take one here with a decently experienced quarterback in Rattler. And their offense it looked better than I expected. So I don't trust a Mac Jones-led offense. I'm going to take the Saints here and hope I'm right. Ravens versus Browns. This is going to be
Come on.
this is an easy one. Ravens.
It's Ravens all day. I didn't think twice about this
Yeah.
one. It was just Ravens.
This next one is an interesting one.
I'm excited for this game.
Of the noon games, this might be one of the ones I enjoyed watching. Lions, Bears. Both teams that have their question marks. Caleb looked great for the first half and then
Immediately went
down.
downhill.
Lions, on the other hand, lost both coordinators, struggled against the Packers last week. Are they due for redemption week? Does that redemption take
That's
a little?
exactly why I'm going Lions. I don't foresee Lions doing it. I mean, they still have their weapons there. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that they organize up a little bit, and we
Yep.
do not see the same Lions.
It
that
will
we
be a
saw in
closer
week
game.
one.
It will be a close game.
I think it'll be
think
fairly
so.
close, but the Lions will not perform like they did week one.
Yeah, 100%. I could not agree more with that one. So I think we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll finish up with the rest of the games, and we will, if we have enough time, we'll just talk about it a little while. So,
Right.
all right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in just a minute. We're back. All right.
We
Talk
need to
about
start doing our air instruments for the intro for the music every time.
yeah, because I do the same thing when we do the Rockers forecast. It's like
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there doing the Rockers. Like
We have a good song for our open for this. This is good.
I do. I got it.
Yeah.
Good work. All right. So this is one we disagree on. Broncos versus the Colts. As you know, me and Blake talked about it on our fantasy football show yesterday. The Colts were a team I liked, but I don't like the matchup this week. They're
Yeah.
going up against a much harder secondary with reigning
Right.
defending all defensive player of the year, Patrick Surtain. I think this is going to be a tougher matchup for Danny Dimes, Vanilla Vic to
Yeah, I mean, I really have a hard time putting hope in, Danny Dimes. I mean, he just left the Giants, I just said.
Yep.
I like the Giants when I'm not rooting for the Packers, so I don't like putting trust in him, but I think he looks okay, and I think the Colts might take it.
I don't know. I don't. I think Daniel Jones will do a lot better in the next few weeks, but I think this is just too tough of a matchup for me to confidently say I'm going to take the Colts.
I also need to keep it a bit different so I can still, creep
That's
up
true.
and try and keep ahead of you. If
That's
we have
true.
all the same picks, it doesn't work.
It doesn't make it
I
spicy.
think they could be an underdog,
Yeah. This is one, look at that temperature. This is one where we're happy that they are playing indoors.
Yeah.
But granted, this is actually more of a drier heat compared to a oh my, we're getting low on
We
time.
are
Cardinals,
out of time,
Eagles.
yeah.
Let's go off. Yep. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going
Sunday Night
Vikings.
Football, Vikings, and boom, boom, boom.
We're going
Monday,
Bucks here.
Bucks. And I
for
think we
both
might
of
be the
us.
same for the last one.
I think we did. Chargers.
Chargers.
All right. Thank you. Good catch on that
Yeah,
one.
I just
Appreciate it.
noticed it was 129.
Yep.
So
All right, guys. Have a good one. Have a great weekend.